Did you know the ancient Egyptians believed in a guidebook for the afterlife? This guide was known as the Book of the Dead. It's a captivating relic from a civilization long past, offering a peek into their intricate beliefs about death and the journey beyond. Here at Arcane Anthology, we're all about unearthing and understanding such fascinating aspects of ancient cultures. So if you're intrigued by the mysteries of the past, make sure to subscribe. Join us as we delve into the mysterious world of the Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead wasn't a single book, but a compilation of texts and spells designed to guide the deceased through the afterlife. This collection of ancient wisdom, steeped in mythology and ritual, was an indispensable part of the ancient Egyptians' journey into the afterlife. The origins of the Book of the Dead can be traced back to the Old Kingdom of Egypt, around the year 2700 BCE. It evolved from the pyramid texts, the oldest known religious texts in the world, which were inscribed on the walls of the pyramids. Over the centuries, these texts evolved and expanded, eventually becoming what we now know as the Book of the Dead. But why was such a book necessary? The ancient Egyptians deeply believed in the concept of life after death. They saw death not as an end, but as a transition into another realm. And to navigate this realm, they needed a guide, a roadmap, if you will. That's where the Book of the Dead came in. These collections of spells, rituals, and instructions were often personalized for the deceased, reflecting their status, beliefs, and hope for the afterlife. They were written on papyrus scrolls, which were then placed in the burial chamber with the deceased. These texts served as a guide, helping the soul navigate the complex and often dangerous journey through the underworld and ultimately to the field of reeds, their version of paradise. The Book of the Dead wasn't just about ensuring a safe journey, though. It was also about ensuring the deceased's place in the afterlife. Many of the spells and rituals were designed to protect the soul, provide sustenance, and even ensure the deceased could perform necessary tasks in the afterlife, like farming and building. In essence, the Book of the Dead held a mirror to the ancient Egyptians' beliefs about death and the hereafter. It reflected their hopes, their fears, and their understanding of the cosmos. It was a testament to their deep-rooted belief in the continuity of existence and the eternal journey of the soul. The Book of the Dead was the ultimate guide to the afterlife, filled with spells, charms, and rituals. It was a passport to eternity, a testament to the ancient Egyptians' profound understanding of death and the beyond. So, what exactly did the Book of the Dead contain, you might ask? Well, it was far from a simple narrative or a dry list of rules. Instead, it was a collection of spells, charms, and rituals, each with a specific purpose to assist the deceased in their journey to the afterlife. The Book of the Dead was not just a book in the modern sense. It was a tailored compilation of texts that varied widely from person to person, depending on their status, wealth, and personal beliefs. Each book was a bespoke guide, filled with a selection of spells chosen by the deceased or their family, designed to provide protection and guidance in the afterlife. Now let's dive into the details. The Book of the Dead comprised of more than 200 individual spells, each with its unique purpose. Some spells provided practical instructions, like how to transform into a divine creature or how to avoid certain dangers in the underworld. For instance, one spell, known as Spell for Being Transformed into a Phoenix, allowed the deceased to take on the form of this mythical bird, symbolizing rebirth and renewal. Other spells were more defensive, providing protection against the many perils that awaited in the afterlife. A spell called Spell for Repelling a Crocodile was specifically designed to ward off the threat of this fearsome creature, seen as a symbol of danger in the underworld. The Book of the Dead also contained rituals that were performed during the funeral process. One of the most significant rituals was the weighing of the heart ceremony. In this ritual, the heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the ancient Egyptian concept of truth and order. If the heart was lighter than the feather, it indicated that the deceased led a righteous life, allowing them to continue their journey to eternal life. The Book of the Dead didn't just serve a spiritual purpose, it had a social role too. It showcased the wealth and status of the deceased. The more elaborate and detailed the book, the wealthier the individual was likely to have been. For the elite of ancient Egypt, having a comprehensive Book of the Dead was a way of demonstrating their social standing, even in death. The Book of the Dead was not just a document, it was a roadmap to eternity. It painted a vivid picture of the afterlife as the ancient Egyptians imagined it, filled with challenges to overcome, gods to appease, and rituals to perform. It showed the way to a successful afterlife, where the deceased could live eternally among the gods. By understanding the Book of the Dead, we gain unique insights into the ancient Egyptians' beliefs about death and the afterlife. It wasn't a morbid fascination, but a celebration of life's cyclical nature. The Book of the Dead reminds us that for the ancient Egyptians, death was not the end. It was merely a transition to a new phase of existence. And with the right guidance and protection, this journey could lead to a blissful eternity. But what does the Book of the Dead tell us about ancient Egyptian beliefs and philosophy? It's fascinating to delve into the symbolism and philosophical implications of this ancient guidebook. The Book of the Dead was not merely a travel guide for the afterlife, but a profound expression of the Egyptians' worldview and their understanding of existence beyond the physical realm. For instance, the spells and charms within the text were designed not just to protect the deceased, but to empower them, reflecting the belief that the individual's spirit was active and influential in the afterlife. This underlines the Egyptians' conviction in the continuity of existence, where death was perceived as a transformative stage rather than an end. The Book of the Dead also highlights the ancient Egyptians' ethical and moral code. Many spells are related to the concept of Ma'at, the principle of truth, balance, and cosmic order. This is perhaps best exemplified in the spell for the weighing of the heart, where the heart of the deceased is weighed against the feather of Ma'at. If found lighter, it indicated a life lived in accordance with Ma'at, allowing the soul to proceed to the afterlife. This concept of judgment underscores the importance of moral integrity and righteousness in ancient Egyptian culture. Moving beyond the ancient world, the Book of the Dead has had a significant influence on modern views of the afterlife. It has shaped our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture and religion, and has contributed to broader conversations about mortality, the soul, and the possibility of life after death. The book's rich symbolism has left a lasting legacy, inspiring countless works of literature, art, and film. Even today, it sparks our curiosity and fuels our imagination about what lies beyond the veil of mortality. The Book of the Dead continues to captivate us with its rich symbolism and profound insights into life, death, and the hereafter. In the end, the Book of the Dead was a testament to the ancient Egyptians' profound understanding of death and the afterlife. This guidebook was more than just a collection of spells and rituals. It was a reflection of their beliefs and philosophies. The Book of the Dead played a crucial role in guiding souls, reinforcing the importance of journeying safely in the next life, a concept deeply rooted in their culture. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts or questions about this ancient guide to the afterlife. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights into ancient myths and practices. Our next episode, titled The Eye of Horus, Protection, Power, and Health, promises to be another intriguing journey. Join us next time as we explore one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt,